Welcome back to the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. I'm Donnie from RotoMoto. In this video, I'll give you 4 riders that I like for Ironman this weekend, 1 that I don't, tips for picking the FFL, weather report, race day schedule, and of course, the early look at my team, all courtesy of Maxxis Tire. You know Maxxis Tire. You know their MXST tire designed by the king of Supercross and my all-time favorite rider, Jeremy McGrath. It is the newest and most advanced tire on the Maxxis MX lineup, featuring an all-new tread pattern, compound, and composition to provide the stability, predictability, and traction that the upper tiers of motocross demand. Available at your local retailer and also at motosport.com. Biggest news of the week, of course, is Ken Roczen stepping down for a one-off go on an RMC 250 built by Bar X Suzuki. Unfortunately, we will not see Cochran, Webb, or anyone else return this weekend, but there is still hope Justin Barcia lines up, but at the time of this recording, his status is still unclear for Ironman. Looking at your picks this weekend, starting with the 250 All-Star, I'm locked in on Chancehus. The 48 comes in with a huge 6 handicap after that inflated Unadilla, but went 8-2 at Budds Creek to prove he is fit and healthy. Of Chance's 6 races outside of the top 7 this season, 3 were DNFs and 2 of them he just missed in 8th place, and an 80% chance to score at least 44 is as solid as an all-star comes. A 250 rider that I would steer clear from this weekend is Ken Roczen. Look, I know the handicap committee neutered him here, but people will still want to pick him. The problem is his upside. Even if he comes out, smokes the field for an easy 1-1, that's only 64 points. And with a more realistic score of, say, 3-4, you're better off with another all-star than the risk that Ken has on an unfamiliar bike and nothing on the line. 450 side, all-star is easy if Justin Cooper isn't red on your screen like he is on mine. J. Coop has finished outside of the top 7 in only 2 motos, including last weekend when I had him. You have to go all the way back to the opening round to find his other finish outside the top 7, just 1 spot off with an 8th in Moto 2 at Paula. A 450 guy poised for double points this weekend is privateer Hadas. The Estonian comes in with a big 6 handicap after a disappointing 14.26 at Budds, but that was only the second time this season that the 79 finished outside of the top 16, with 5 finishes inside the top 10. Another 10-10 weekend like he had at Red Bud would score you 76 points this weekend at Ironman. Your high handicap hero of the week is once again privateer Jeremy Hand. Another quote-unquote home race for the Ohio native. Hand has raced Ironman on the 450 every year since 2018, and you would have to go all the way back to the first moto to find a finish outside the top 20. In 10 starts here, the 56 has an average finish of 17.4 with 6 finishes inside the top 17. Moving on to the FFL, nothing has really changed. Kitchen has made a push in recent weeks, but Danger Boy still reigns supreme. With the title wrapped up, it's hard to say how he will play the race, but a good starter is a good starter, so he still demands the biggest piece of the pie this weekend. 450 side, Hunter and Aaron split last week, increasing both of their totals to 5 and 4 respectively. Nod goes to Hunter, obviously, but if you need to make up points in this finale, this is a great place to swerve. Typical August Midwest weather with a high in the mid-80s with a dose of humidity for good measure, but no rain in sight. Race day live kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific for 1 hour of qualifying coverage. The cheat sheet will hit Instagram and Twitter by noon Eastern, with the picks locking at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific, with the gates dropping on the 250s shortly after. My Thursday team has Chancehus at All-Star, Max Anstey with a 4, Joey Savacci at a 5, and Mark Finnis boasting a 14. 450 side, I have Dylan Ferrandis at All-Star, Hadas, this is 6 handicap, Jeremy Hand at a 14, and 17 handicap, Bryce Shelley. Don't forget to follow PulpMX Fantasy and at RotoXMoto on both Instagram and Twitter for injury updates as the weekend rolls on, qualifying info, and stats and banter throughout the race itself, and those fantasy cheat sheets once qualifying is done and wrapped. Thanks as always for watching the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie. May your chiz this weekend. Remember that 8 is great. And most importantly, have fun. Good luck, y'all.